Good morning, Bright and Hardison President Champion Strategies with our ongoing series on public speaking. Once again, for you new teachers who'll be front of the room for the first time this upcoming semester, congratulations. New supervisors, new managers, new leaders, industry. Your success depends on your people's success. Now you have to get in front of people and start telling them why they need to be doing what you say as a leader. Completely different skill set. Or once again, I was being a speaker and things happened. So now we're to this little box and I'm trying to find a way to navigate myself because there's so many people who can't get in front of groups and they're trying to find a way to make it through here. So maybe you're looking for some insight. Maybe you're somebody that just was thinking about public speaking and there's some great institutions, 2 years, 4 year institutions or institutions that specialize just in public speaking. And it is all worth it, all depending on what you're looking for. Or you may be one of those people that are just surfing, trying to find something that you can bring and internalize to yourself because you don't want to pay any money and you're pretty good at what you do because you have discipline. So, whatever the reason, we at Champion Strategies are putting together a series of workshops just to help you out. So, with that said, let's get right to it for this morning. What we want to talk about today is organizational methods. Yesterday, we spoke more on why and what needed to be ranked when it comes to content that you were going to present to an audience. Now, right now, we need to understand that it's important to realize that most people will be able to remember only a few key points from your presentation. So don't overwhelm the audience with facts that they will forget as soon as they walk. Focus on a few key points. It's a good idea to write your key points if you can. Maybe you have it on a PowerPoint, flip chart, or show them on some type of slide that you may have. That will help the audience understand how your presentation is organized. If you return to your flip chart, page, or slide when you move to a new point, the audience will be able to see where you're at in your presentation. As well as this is, and as close to the presentation as you can make successful, always be thinking, I need to capture one. Each person in that audience, I need to capture. Now, I need to find a way to keep it plain so I can't lose them. Making a point coherent, consistent, involves a couple of steps. How you introduce it, the substance of the material, and how you reinforce it. So if you want the audience to leave with your presentation at a certain point, a takeaway piece, if you will, you need to lock something in their minds. It has to be included in one of these steps. Whichever way you would like to organize the body of your presentation, it's important to keep the elements down, manageable numbers. You don't overwhelm your audience with a whole lot of numbers and problem solution. Remember, you're there to cut through some of that chase. An organization may have a number of problems which you would like to touch on, but when you say 15 points, 16 points, I assure you, you've already lost them at the beginning with that. So to ensure that a good presentation does not result in audience being overloaded with a whole lot of takeaway pieces, get this done, explosion points, however you want to call it, think of it as time, manpower, finance. Time, manpower, finance. Is it realistic for the group, the audience, whether they cluster with their boss, with you as a teacher? How can we do that? And what is the cost ultimately for that? You don't want to go too deep in the woods if you're doing a presentation and your job is to maybe come back and do some training, just make sure that the person that brought you there, you're appeasing them. They're the ones that are going to make the ultimate decision of you coming back with a larger contract to work with their team members more. Any presentation will benefit from any good, solid organization. One thing worth remembering is the rule of three, which we talked about before. The rule of three, therefore, can make sure that we keep it down, we keep it manageable. Time, manpower, finances, or resources. If you can remember that as you're putting your organizational thoughts together for your content, the better off you will be. Now, if some of this makes sense, we hope it does. You can do some more research on organization, your thought process, and your content when it comes to public speaking. But remember, we're just looking at setting up audience, understand who they are. We haven't talked anything about the delivery methods yet, but we're just doing it step by step. So you be around for the next time we do a Champion Strategies public speaking series, free to you. And as always, in parting, you go out and make